Hey guys, welcome back to the FM Journeyman on 2023. We have ourselves a promotion party. We're up. In the last episode, we got the final result we needed, a 2-0 win over second placed Wrexham to ensure that we will win the league and be in League 2 next year with Notts County. Albeit, this is a journeyman. So, if at some point next season, or even during the summer, a big club comes along and says, hiya, then we might jump ship this summer or maybe early doors in Season 2, depending on how things are going. But we have been given a sizable budget for a League 2 side. That's a sizable budget for a League 1 side, and there are many Championship sides that might not be able to have £1 million to spend in their transfer budget. Although wages certainly would be more in line with League 1, with our budget there, rather than the Championship. But still, we've got money to spend in the summer, so we are looking forward to doing so. We could break some records before this season is out, though. The record for wins is 31. We could get 34. The record for points is 105. We could win up to 110. The record for goals is also 105. We could maybe beat that. Obviously, there's no given as to how many goals you're going to score, but we have only failed to score in one game all season. Not just one game recently. We've only failed to score in one game ever in our time as Notts County boss. So I think we will score, but will we score enough remains to be seen. But records are there to be broken, and we've an FA Trophy final to come at the end of the season as well. So we may well have ourselves two parties, a promotion party and a cup winners party as well. Woking at home to start, then Wealdstone to follow, to, on paper, straightforward games. But with the title won, will the players ease off a little bit? I hope not. Then we've Maidstone away, and then on the 29th of April, the final game is at home against York. A month later than that, we have the FA Trophy final against bloody York. So it's kind of a precursor, a curtain raiser, a rehearsal run for the FA Trophy final against York on the final day. But we've got 4 games to play before we get there. So let's go and play them, shall we? As ever, please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. Come across and join me on stream. You can help decide where we go with any future job changes. Like I say, this is a journeyman. We're not just starting at county and want to take Notts County to the Premier League. That's not the point of this series. We've set ourselves a reputation now in this save that hopefully should be good enough to manage to keep us in a job without too much hassle for a little while. We should be alright. We are set to make the points tally. We are set to make the victories records if we can win our final few games. Most goals in a league season is 37 from Matty Tubbs. Matt Tubbs, of course, that was at Salisbury. Was it at Crawley? He did go to Crawley, but I think they might have been in the Football League by the time Matty Tubbs went to Crawley. He just smashed them in, Matty Tubbs, at conference level. He was outrageous for a few seasons. Macaulay Landstaff has scored 41 in all competitions, but 35 so far in the league. So an individual player record could be there as well. Kroll can piss off. We're trying to get rid of him. 10-man shortlist for the Vanarama National League Player of the Season award is announced today. I can vote. But as manager of Notts County, I don't know whether I can vote for my own players, can I? There aren't any of my own players in there. Well, that's a surprise. I'm pretty sure some of my players deserve to be in there, don't you? Who have we got? We've got Rob Harker with 15 goals. Michael Cheek with 19 goals. There are some defenders in here with really, really solid average ratings. 7.38 is the highest average rating. That's Ashton Fox on loan from Peterborough at Chesterfield. But can I vote? Can I vote for a Peterborough man? I don't think. I might vote for Festus Arthur because he's a player I like to try and buy. So I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote for Festus Arthur because hopefully he'll find out about that and then want to sign for me in the summer. We'll wait and see. We're champions, but we still want to play every game as best we can. Last time out, we were very good. Several players have spoken about a positive atmosphere. Well, no surprise. We won the bloody league. We win together, we lose together. We're not going to worry about that. Jeff King is instrumental. Campaign isn't quite over. But we know what we're going to do in the future. Thank you for the praise. I appreciate it. Matty Taylor. Fans are losing patience. Oh, Scunthorpe manager. No, for some reason I read that as Matty Palmer as our centre mid. Don't care about the Scunthorpe manager. Sorry, mate. Right. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hopefully we can break some records and win the cup. Yeah, Haaland has been smashing goals in everybody's save, hasn't he? Woking. Jordan Ives scored against us last time we played Woking, actually. Didn't we draw against Woking 2-2? Or were we able to see it through? A few players, well, most notably Florent Hoti, looking complacent. But we managed to inspire them with our pre-match talk. So hopefully we can go on and get victory. Whilst we say thank you to Phenomenal CT for his 5th month subscribe to the channel. Get them, Macaulay. Well done. Macaulay Langstaff's got a record to break as well, which I'm sure he would love to. On a personal note, Ruben Rodriguez will look for... Oh my God. I think he looked for Hoti, but Kedwin Scott is the man with the spectacular volley to give us a 1-0 lead. We won the title and lifted the trophy away from home against Wrexham, but this is the first opportunity for the home fans to celebrate the title, and, well, that's one hell of a way to celebrate, isn't it? That's a cracking goal. That sends our goal difference to 50 and our points tally above 100. Very happy with that. Ah. Okay. Will we concede? Yes. Sick one. All right. Back to 1-1. That was a calamity at the back. His first ever goal for Woking, Nathan Delfonso. Lovely. Thank you. I don't even know what happened there. The defender missed it here. Oh, no, actually. Reed got a push in the back there. Delfonso then runs up and the defender seems to tackle him and then Delfonso just chips it. It's a match engine thing. Well, no record set there, apart from maybe a record amount of shots with only scoring 1 goal. 26 shots, 8 on target only. I'll say you're unlucky today. You were distracted, were you, Mr. Hoti? Well, piss off, mate. He doesn't like me anymore, does he? Because I asked him to take a pain injection for a bruise. And he kicked off at me. Manakandafa is back in football regularly, which is good news. But unfortunately, I think his potential has taken a hit because of that longer injury. It's bottom of the table, Wealdstone at home. We played them away in the FA Trophy and managed to get a 1-0 win, which wasn't great. So if Wealdstone lose this, or even, rephrase, if Wealdstone fail to win today, they are down. Regardless. We care about ourselves. Oh, no. It's an own goal. I'm so sorry, Wealdstone. Mason Barrett with the own goal. And they're 1-0 down after 13 minutes. Not the best way to start a game that you need to win to survive the drop. Paul just don't want to go in the back of the net. Macaulay Langstaff is just floundering up top. He had a terrible game last time out, and he's had a terrible game today. Kevin Scott better as a different type of forward. He's better as a poacher. All right, go on then. You go and poach, mate. I'll need you to as well, because Tarin Alarakia has given Wealdstone an equaliser and a glimpse of hope, a glimmer of hope, and a glimpse of survival. They need another. A draw isn't good enough to keep them up. It would only take them to 35 points, and they'd still only get as far as 41. So they are going to need to get a winner if they want to stay up. But this is us stumbling over the line. Now that we've won the league, we're, well, already on our holidays, evidently. We've played well enough, i.e. we've created enough chances, but just can't score. Doesn't help that Macaulay Langstaff has just been switched off for the last couple of games. I thought for a minute Slocum wasn't going to get to that. We were going to go 2-1 down. That's a mistake. Can we prey on that? No, they might be having a chance. It is a long highlight, and you know what we always say about long highlights. Joel Taylor, with runners in front of him. Ollie Tanner's done really well of late. Kedwin Scott's got that under control. He'll find Matty Palmer, who finds Ruben Rodriguez, who finds a second goal for us. We are in front again, and that was a very nice move and finish. Back in front. A 2-1 win against Wealdstone. We'll take it. I say, well done, lads. I'm not going to go overboard and be like, oh, you're amazing. Or, you're a bit shit. We'll celebrate breaking the 100-point mark. And we'll push forward into the final 2 games of the season, knowing that a win in any of the final 2 will give us a league record for amount of wins, and 4 points from these final 2 games will give us the points tally record as well. Record high number of wins. It's a new team record, but it's not the new league record. It's also a new team record for 102 points as well. So highest position is 3rd in the Premier League in 1890-91. Obviously wasn't the Premier League then. And the lowest league position was actually the 5th in the conference 2 years ago. But most points in a season is now our record. 31 wins in a season is now our record. We're not going to get the fewest defeats record, unfortunately. But we're not going to get most league goals either. Not even going to get anywhere near that with 2 games to go. But to set Notts County records, at least, is great. We've now equalled the league record for most wins as well, but it would be nice to try and beat that. That's not necessarily going to do Ollie Burt's potential any favours, is it? Although it doesn't look like he was going to be that good anyway, so sorry, pal. Maidstone away. They still have a very good chance of getting themselves into the playoffs. They're a point outside, although their goal difference is significantly worse than anybody else above them. But anything they can get here or against their final opponents would give them a great chance of maybe making it through to the next round. Prefers to be on the right of a 2-man pairing, Bayrami. Well, you are on the right of a 2-man pairing now, my friend. Come on, I wanna break records. Just 1 win. 1 win and a draw. Win this one, draw against York. I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy anyway. Oh, Hoti. Never mind, Hoti's got himself sent off. What is the point of that, mate? There is nothing on the line whatsoever other than a potential of a couple of records that don't mean anything to you, evidently. And Langstaff's up. Langstaff hasn't scored for ages now. I don't know whether he's just shitting the bed because he knows there's a record and he is bottling it, or he's just happy that we've won the league and doesn't really care about anything else. Matty Palmer out wide to Jeff King. Options in the middle. Now watch Langstaff score on the back of that. We might get a pen if they foul Jeff King, which they have done, and we have a pen. It'll be Ruben Rodriguez to take it, though, because he's the one that takes our pens. I'm not going to give it to Langstaff. I want to make sure we get the victory. So Ruben Rodriguez is the more favourable preferred penalty taker, and he's kicked it into the arms of Hadler. To be fair, it's a very good save, because that was headed towards the corner. And now on the back of that, we might be about to concede at the other end. Oh. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Oh, he might be offside there, Langstaff. It's somehow squeezed over the line, and he is onside. 42nd goal of the season for him. 36th in the league, which is not a record. The record currently is 37, as we saw from Matty Tubbs. Scored at Crawley. And that is just rolled over the line into the back of the net. 5 minutes to go. We are breaking... No, rephrase. We are equaling now the record for most amount of points in the league, but we have set a new league record, I believe, for the amount of wins in any given season. So all we need is a point at home against York, and we set the points one as well. Hoti's going to be... I'm just going to fine him. I'll probably sell him in the summer now, look for someone better. Notts County's total of 32 matches won in this season as a new Vanarama National League record. Bing! Now all we need is a point against York, and that will be a new National League record as well. It's been chosen as a fan day. That normally spells defeat for you, doesn't it? Good crowd expected. Around 11,400 tickets have been sold. So on the final day, from top to bottom, all we need is a point to set a new points tally record for the league. We've already beaten our own team and league win ratio, and we've already beaten the team points tally, but we now need to beat the the points tally for the league. Sorry, my brain got all confused there. With regards to the playoffs, Chesterfield, Yeovil, Barnet and Wrexham are in. Any two of Dorking, Maidstone, Torquay, Solihull Moors, Halifax and Gateshead could end up in the playoffs. Any one of Boreham, Dagenham and Scunthorpe could end up getting relegated, although Scunthorpe's goal difference is significantly going to work against them, specifically against Boreham Wood, but they could definitely beat Dagenham on points. Gateshead have Maidenhead, who are already relegated, so you say Gateshead is certainly going to get playoff football. Halifax have 14th placed Eastleigh. Solihull Moors are at home against Woking, who are safe. Torquay have Wrexham, who are second, so that's going to be a difficult game for them. And then Maidstone have Chesterfield, who are fifth, but they've nothing to play for either. Wrexham are still actually, well, I guess they're playing to, actually, Chesterfield are going to be, no, it doesn't matter, it's only the top two that get straight through to the semis, isn't it? So they're potentially playing for league position, but nothing more so than that. At the bottom, Scunthorpe have 11th place Dorking away, which is not an easy game, but maybe a winnable one. Dagenham and Redbridge have 3rd place Barnet away, which is tough. And Boreham Wood have 4th place Yeovil at home, which is tough. But Boreham Wood are probably safe purely because of their goal difference. So wait and see how things go. Obviously, we just want the point. All I care about is the point. Hoti is suspended because he's a knob. So we'll put Jim O'Brien into the starting lineup. And Luke Kroll can come onto the bench. Outside of that, we are unchanged. And hopefully, we'll go and get a point at least. This is obviously a rehearsal for the cup final that comes in just under a month's time. The league season finishes earlier than the Football League in the National League because of the lengthy playoffs. Right. We've played this lot twice in a row, so let's set ourselves out nice and early to say, look, we're the better team. We're going to win this one and we're going to beat you in the cup final as well. Gateshead, I believe, have taken the lead in their game. They have their 2-0 up now against Maidenhead. So Gateshead look like, as we expected, they're going to get that 6th spot. Halifax have now taken the lead in their game as well, which means they're up to 71. Where's Halifax? I can't quite see it on this list. Halifax were at home. They're 3-0 up against Eastleigh, yeah. So Halifax and Gateshead are going to finish in the playoffs then, aren't they? Despite Torquay winning 2-0 now against Wrexham and other results not going their way, it means that they're going to finish outside the playoffs, unfortunately, Torquay. Sorry, lads. Jeff King keeps that in well. Down the line to Ruben Rodriguez. Macaulay was inside and available, but he ran offside. Long highlight this. Kirby could get to that. Does. Out wide to Kedwin Scott. Now, if anyone's going to set Langstaff up for a goal, it's going to be Kedwin Scott. Or, you know, Joel Taylor. Macaulay Langstaff equals the in-game league record for most goals in a season. And I say in-game because actually in-game they've gotten it wrong. And I have reported it to the FM devs actually. The record in-game for the National League reads as 37 goals from Matt Tubbs, as we saw earlier on. Actually, the record is 40 goals from Ricky Miller. He scored 40 in 41 in 2016-17 for Dover. But we are going to set the points tally record with this win or even this draw if York come back level. But I'm going to say I'm delighted so far. Keep it up. We've been playing very well and it looks like we might just see it through. Barnet look like they're going to get one up on Wrexham as well here as they're 2-0 up against Dagenham and Redbridge, and Wrexham are still losing 2-0 away from home against Torquay. How we got going? Scunthorpe are getting themselves out of the relegation zone. Scunthorpe lead on the final day. Dagenham are drawing only. Scunthorpe saving themselves from back-to-back relegations in the final moments on the final day. Unless there is yet more to change. That's a lovely ball looking for John Lewis, but Sam Slocum will cut it out. 10 minutes to go here. We've still got our win as it stands. Nothing changing in the playoffs as everybody that's up there is basically winning their games. But at the bottom, there is change. There is perhaps survival. Oldham have taken back-to-back. Run, then! What's the defender doing? He's just walking towards the ball. Certainly, there are some issues with the match engine. But whatever. We're still going to get the point we need to set the points tally record. Scunthorpe 4-0 up against Dorking. Joe Nuttall with a hat-trick. Wow. Single-handedly keeping Scunthorpe in the league, it seems. Dagenham were away 2-0 to Barnet. So, yeah, Dagenham are going to go down. Scunthorpe won't lose that result. Dagenham won't turn theirs around. We get the point we needed. I'll say we could be happy enough. I want to keep morale high for the cup final in a few weeks' time against that same opponent. Oldham back-to-back relegations. Scunthorpe avoid back-to-back relegations on the final day and stay up. Barnet goes second. We get 106 points, which is a league record. And extending the team record as well. Right, playoff final in the Vanarama National League. Who will join us next season in League 2? Are Wrexham actually finally going to make it out? They are. Coville. Vaughan Coville, a 19-year-old on loan from Hull, whose contract runs out in 1 month's time. He's on £140 a week. All of the money at Wrexham, they're paying this kid £140 a week. And he's gone and scored the goal to get them into the league above. Unbelievable. And looks like he might be worth a cheeky scout as well. Which is kind of annoying, because if Wrexham didn't go up, I was perhaps going to try and raid them for a couple of players. But they will join us. They will join us in the league above. Medals handed out to 19 players this season. Collective bonuses paid out. £24,000 has been shared out among the squad and backroom staff. Congratulations to all of them. Oh, shit. Tough Tartars, Matty Palmer. He stays. Because of a clause in his contract that I was previously unaware of. Because we got promotion, Matty Palmer's contract has been extended by a year. And he stays. So after trying to force his way out of the club, he has no choice but to stay for another year. That changes my my summer plans quite considerably. Unlucky, mate. You wanted out. You're going nowhere. You'll just have to stay with us and get promoted. Oh no, what a hardship. Matty Palmer stays at Notts County, but you can tell from his dynamics, it does look like he is actually now happy to stay. So, fair enough. Fair enough. Matty Palmer will continue to stay with us, but we are looking to improve in his position. The expectation of the board headed into the FA Trophy final is to win. The expectation of the fans is to win. Squad planning for next season is in progress apparently, but we know what we're doing. We're not going to use the squad planner personally. It's a new feature this year, but I'm not going to use it because you guys help me plan my squads. Plus, like we say, we're not planning on being here super long term. So, it does recommend actually bringing Ollie Tanner into midfield and dropping Ruben Rodriguez central, but I am hesitant to change what has worked really well as a front three for the entirety of this season. So, Jim O'Brien, in his final game of professional football at 35 years of age, will play at Wembley in his last ever game of football. Started at Celtic and will end at Wembley. Let me just double check the rest of the side. We are as good as we could be, other than Florent Hoti. Let's get it. FA Trophy final is here. Time to go and play York. We just drew 1-1 with them at home in the league. We're in the away dressing room at Wembley. I'm not going to put any pressure on them. Just say that the media have said you're good. Go and earn it. Ruben Rodriguez already confirmed as leaving us. Jim O'Brien already confirmed as retiring. Matty Palmer now confirmed as staying. Can he show the Notts County fans what we can expect in League 2 from him next season? We've got an early free kick in the 9th minute. King, forward to Langstaff. The turn to Kedwin Scott. The ball through. Oh, no! I was already celebrating. Now it's a corner to York. Uh-oh. We've half cleared. Newell will recover. The chance to get it back in the box. Weston. Newell again. Man free at the back post is Kuya, the Afghan that we've had our eyes on. And he scores to give York an early 11th minute 1-0 lead at Wembley. Langstaff misses the chance. Gilt-edged at the other end that he has buried throughout the course of the season. Poor marking at the back post. And Kuya says, "Booyah, we'll have a 1-0 lead." Game on. The opportunity to get an equaliser in the not too distant future. I don't want to be behind for long. The longer we're behind, the less likely we are of being able to force them into submission. But we're playing some nice football here. Jim O'Brien has Matthew Blake. Blake has the ball down the line to Kedwin Scott. Langstaff is in the middle. There he is. Langstaff scores. It's the old Kedwin Scott to Matty Langstaff. No. Kedwin Scott to Macaulay Langstaff combination. We're level 3 minutes after they went in front. And encourage 1-1 at half-time, as it was at full-time in the league not long ago. Macaulay Langstaff could be in behind here. I'm not sure whether he was onside or not. He's buried it, but he was offside. The linesman's running back down the line with his flag in the air. It would have been a 45th milestone goal of the season for Macaulay Langstaff, but he is off. Correctly ruled out. Just going long ball. Keeper's going to come and not gut there. And Russ, oh my God, Bayrami blocks the shot and then chases back and clears off the line. Wow! How's that for defending? And in fact, it is to extra time we go. A 1-1 draw. Everyone's looking anxious, so I'm going to try and calm the mood. I want to say there's no pressure. Play with that freedom. Some are relaxed, some are not. I'm apprehensive about this second half now. Apprehensive. I was hoping I could kind of ease some of the nerves. Langstaff in behind. A goal would ease some nerves. I said a goal would ease some nerves in the 91st minute, literally 14 seconds after we start extra time. Notts County lead the FA Trophy final. Why couldn't you have done that in regular time? Macaulay, a milestone 45th goal of his season. Taken beautifully. We lead at Wembley. Bayrami is going to go into that ball-winning midfielder position. That's something we could look to do, perhaps, as a permanent change moving forward in his career, if we can find a top-quality centre-back to come in to partner Kyle Cameron. Here's Pybus, a player we've got potentially on our shortlist as a player to look at for that central midfield spot. Here's Fallowfield down the wing then for them in the 117th minute, but possession given away and recovered by Matty Palmer. Blake to Rodriguez into Macaulay Langstaff. Matthew Blake offering support at left back. There is a runner down the line. Kedwin Scott eager to get forward, but Rodriguez to Palmer. And Matty Palmer gives the ball away. Nathan Thomas loses out to Jeff King. Still, Notts County dominate possession. And still, we hold our lead. A corner in the 119th. Matty Palmer delivers. It's fallen to Luke Kroll, who puts it over the bar. The centre-back who is leaving the club at the end of the season nearly guaranteed us a victory. But as time runs out, it's a league and cup double for FA Trophy football for Notts County and the National League. Notts County 2, York City 1 after extra time. And for a second time in 2 streams, we lift a trophy again. Ooh-wee! Oh, yeah! Again, the confetti falls from the skies out of absolutely nowhere. Your FA Trophy winners. Connor gives a sub to the channel to celebrate. Thank you, Connor. It's gone to Jimmy Porter. Jimmy, welcome to the gang, my friend. So then, let's change the title to read Transfer Window. Our end of season review. The new arrivals. Max Clayworth was a late addition just for squad depth. Kedwin Scott came in real life and has smashed it. Macaulay Langstaff, I think 45 goals in 52 games says everything. Jeff King, we bought, and he was spectacular at right back. The rest are all signings. Actually, no. Matthew Blake, signing that I made, and was really good at left back. 3 goals, 9 assists. Hoti, I'm going to look to sell him next year because he's just pissed me off with that refusing the injection. And then going, I can't work with you anymore. So I'm actually going to, you know what? I'm actually going to add him to the transfer list now. Very interested in speaking to other clubs. See you, pal. We will see you later and we will adequately replace him. A season to remember. Panorama National League. We won the league with 106 points. In the FA Cup, we lost to Scarborough in a replay. So we didn't actually get to the FA Cup first round proper, but next year we will be entered at the first round proper, so that's fine. And of course, the FA Trophy we ended up as victorious in. A league record for wins, a league record for points, and club records for the same. Biggest win was a 5-1. Match to remember was the 2-0 win over Wrexham that won us the league, and the goal of the season was Langstaff's in the FA Trophy against Kings Lynn. Annual revenue has gone, everything's gone up financially. We'll see what we get next year. Kedwin Scott sold more shirts than anyone else apparently, more so than Langstaff. £163,000 raised in merch. Club's reputation has not changed, which is a shame considering our success, but they are already a sizable club. A tactical style of clean slate. Tactics board is a clean slate, ready for playing style to be created from the ground up. Alright, if you say so. Our player awards. Player of the season, Kedwin Scott. Now that's a surprise given the quality and success of Macaulay Langstaff. Kedwin Scott, player of the season. Matthew Blake, signing of the season. Goal of the season, Kedwin Scott. Obviously top goal scorer, Macaulay. Most assists, Ruben Rodriguez, who gets the most man of the matches as well, and the highest average rating. And most passes per 90, Bayrami as our ball-playing centre-back. I got manager of the month twice in October and December and have been awarded Manager of the Year for the season. Thank you very much indeed. Record breakers, by the way. Most goals by a player in a season. Most goals by a player in a match. Now, to be fair, 3. Surely Notts County have had a player score a hat-trick before. Not sure about that one. Most assists by a player in the season, 18. Most clean sheets, 16. Ruben Rodriguez gets most man the matches. But Brian has the worst discipline and is our oldest player. Ollie Tanner is the youngest player. I don't believe that for a second either. That's got to be in this save only. History in the making. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at our end of season awards ceremony. A remarkable season for Notts County. Started superbly and never let up. They are deservedly going up, says Roy White of BBC Radio Nottingham. Nicky Ross of Sky Sports said Notts County have been brilliant since day one. Their early season football was a joy to watch and they deservedly go up. My managerial timeline, which is a new feature for this year. I'm hired. Future star Matthew Blake signs. We are investing in potential with Nia Kirby. I win manager of the month. Done deal. Florent Hoti signs, although he's now hopefully leaving. One for the future is Florent Hoti again. Panorama National League winners. We get the record for the National League points haul. Points record for the team. Langstaff gets top goal scorer and beats the record, or levels the in-game record. Although, obviously, in real life, we know that that's slightly different, with Ricky Miller scoring 40 in 2016-17 for Dover. We win the FA Trophy. Langstaff breaks the record for 45 goals in the club. And I am the best in the business, winning the Manager of the League award. Thank you very much indeed. You're very kind. Right, so we're about to head into the 1st of June. Swindon have offered me £13,250 up front and four £10,000 instalments. I just want him gone. So I'll accept. We're going to be signing players on a free, aren't we? So Hoti can go. Hoti can go, and that's him dealt with. Right, let's have a full season roundup, shall we? Because we are now at the end of May. So if I go to Leagues in Focus, he says as he clicks on Around the World, let's have a look at everything that happened in this season on this save. Liverpool, your Premier League champions in Season 1. 94 points they got in the end. City second, Arsenal third and Chelsea fourth. Villa fifth. Manchester United only 8th. Relegated Forest, Fulham and Brentford. Tottenham 6th. Newcastle managed to get UEFA Europa Conference League football for next season. In the Championship, going back to the Premier League will be Queen's Park Rangers as well as Norwich and Watford. Relegated and playing League One football next year is Blackpool, Wigan and Swansea. The Swansea job was available. We haven't yet been approached for any other jobs. I'm curious to know if we will be in the summer. Sheffield Wednesday have won promotion back to the Championship as well as Peterborough United and Portsmouth. Relegated, Forest Green, MK Dons down to League 2 again. That's a real... They were in the playoffs last year to go up, IRL. Bristol Rovers relegated as well as Port Vale. Cambridge finished 17th. And given our form IRL right now, I'd absolutely take 17th and bite your hand off for it if you offered me it. In League 2, Colchester will be promoted and we will not be playing them next year. They're threatened with relegation in real life. Crewe win the league, bounce back at the first time of asking. Swindon are up and Sutton are up. Everybody that's not green or red, we will play next year in the league. However, we will replace Rochdale and Barrow in the National League, in the League 2, sorry, and they'll go back down to the National League in Barrow's case, and Rochdale relegated, I don't think for the first time in their history to the National League, but certainly for the first time in forever. Let's have a look. They ever been at National League level? Yes. They were had to get invited into the league in 1958-59. Back in the day, you had to get invited into the Football League, as Cambridge United did in... Actually, let me have a look. Let me see what it says for United, because Cambridge got invited in the 60s. Yeah, 69-70 sub in Premier and were invited into the Football League in 1970. Despite being a club since 1912, obviously. Obviously, you know the National League. We're up and Wrexham are up. Dagenham, Oldham, Maidenhead and Wealdstone down in the National League North. Kings Lynn failed to bounce back. Filed to win the playoffs and Darlington will come up. Kings Lynn still got Josh Coulson, although he is retiring. All the luck in the world in your retirement, Josh. Relegated Gloucester, Banbury, Farsley and Bradford Park Avenue. Promoted from the National League South, Hampton and Richmond and Hungerford. Relegated Taunton, Braintree, Concord, Rangers and Cheshunt. In the FA Cup, Newcastle play Liverpool in the FA Cup final in 3 days' time. So one of those two will win that competition. The Carabao Cup was won 3-2 by Tottenham over Chelsea, but that was feisty. The Community Shield was won by Liverpool on pens. The Papa John's was won by Lincoln. And the FA Trophy was won by me. Right. Elsewhere in Europe, in Italy, Napoli win the league by 3 points from AC Milan. Juventus only 6th. Relegated Salento, Cremonese and Brianza, obviously unlicensed. Salento presumably Salernitana or Benevento maybe. Salernitana, there must be Benevento, and Brianza probably Monza. I am going to look to get some license fixes in the not too distant future. Portuguese Premier League won by Benfica with Porto 2 points behind, Braga in third, Sporting only 4th. Poor performance from Sporting. In Spain, Real Madrid win the league by 8 points from Villarreal. Is Unai Emery still at Villarreal? I wonder. Let's have a look. Staff. It's Kike Settin who's there. Did they sack Unai Emery? Managers. No, it's obviously just he's been there the whole time. Barcelona 3rd, Atleti 4th. Relegated Elche Getafe. Actually, there's another game to play in La Liga. Weirdly. Bundesliga. Bayern from Leipzig, 19 points behind. Dortmund 3rd. In the Eredivisie, it's Ajax from Feyenoord from Vitesse. In Liga, it's PSG by 12 points from Rennes, although there is still a game to play there as well. 3 relegation spots still up for grabs. But I wanted to do the season roundup slightly earlier because there's a lot of transfer business to do in the summer. And rather obviously, with the Champions League final not happening until the 10th of June, I'm going to miss out on more than a week's worth of potential transfer business. So Man City Bayern is the Champions League final. Sociedad versus Benfica is the Europa League final. And the Europa Conference League final is Feyenoord versus Freiburg. They'll play out in due course. I will show you how that goes in a latter episode. But that season roundup is going to be all for this YouTube episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We will be moving into Season 2 next time out. And, crucially, massively, heavily investing in the transfer window. So, transfer business summer transfer business doesn't tend to make it onto the YouTube channel. So if you want to be involved in the summer transfer stuff, come and join me on Twitch. Link in the description down below. Join me as we rebuild to bring Notts County into League 2. Try and build a side that can further enhance my reputation so I can leave and go somewhere else and begin the journey of the journeyman. That's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you next time.